Good morning, Laurie.
Good morning, Ray.
Today we have Laurie Roldan,
Yes.
and she's our guest this morning. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I have been, well, I'm a singer, obviously. I have had a passion for singing since I was born, basically. I grew up in a house where my dad was a clarinet player and was always playing and inspiring me, with a lot of the folk music and, the late 60s, early 70s. And so I got really inspired by that. And I grew up laying next to my parents' speaker singing to the Carpenters records. And that's how I learned to sing. I loved it. So I started at
Great.
3 years old.
So you were born to sing.
I was born to sing. I came out singing.
And most of us came out screaming. You came out
I came
singing.
out screaming and singing, I think. I just love it.
Well, singing is controlled screaming, I've been told anyway. So
Yes, I have been.
just
I've heard that too. Yeah, and so I started singing, when I was little, and then I was very shy when I was young, and I started to learn how to play the guitar at age 11, and sing some of the folk and pop at the time, and I just developed a more of a love for music and that genre, a lot of the 70s music, and loved it, and started singing in talent shows, and then did shows in high school and went off and just have always done musical theater, cabaret, inspirational music. But this show that I wrote and that's really my heart is my passion in my life right now.
so tell us about that.
Yeah. So about, I don't know, it's been obviously like all shows, it takes a while to write I worked on this show for about 7 years. What happened was I have twin daughters. Actually, I've got three daughters, but my twins just turned 25. And when they were going off and I was bringing them to their college auditions, I was, just watching them. I was so proud of them and watching them audition. And we're all musicians. We're all singers and musicians. And so I had been studying with my vocal coach at the time, and he said, "Hey, your girls are doing, this new. Why don't you look at doing something yourself? Why don't you do your own one woman show?" And I thought, wow, I never really thought about that. And I said, well, if I do that, that's a great idea. If I do that, though, I really would like to do something inspiring, something that would inspire people, because you know, I like to sing music that has a story, that has a message, that inspires people. And so after, many, after a lot of time thinking about that and processing, talking with fellow actors and writers, and I basically, he said, think about the people that inspired you when you were younger. Who really was and I said, well, the most influential for me growing up, the one that I loved the most was Karen Carpenter. I knew all their songs. I knew every single song by heart. And as I had been singing in shows myself, and I had a few people comment, hey, you have a similar sound to Karen. And so during my life, I'd had that, a few reviewers that say that. And so I just took all of that and I thought, well, maybe I'll write. And so at first I'm thinking, well, am I going to write a show of, what's the show going to be about? But after writing, a little bit about maybe Karen's life, a little bit about my life, and then going back and forth, I really decided through read-throughs and all of that. My friends said, "Hey, we want to hear your story. We know Karen, so we want to hear your story." And so it became a cabaret concert, which is what it is. It's a cabaret. I have banter about my life, and through the Carpenters' music, which everybody loves and it's knows. And so each song has a story. Rainy Days and Mondays, Top of the World. I talk about my life through the show, through their music.
And you're no stranger to the stage. I mean, you've done a lot of musical theater, right?
Yeah, I've done a lot of shows. I'm a San Francisco East Bay gal. Yep, been in a lot of shows, done a lot of concerts and things. Sang with the Diablo Symphony a few times, different symphony gigs, and yeah, lots of music.
Yeah. I was watching some of your videos, and you do have a similar sound to Karen Carpenter. It's
Thank you.
quite touching.
Oh, well, thank you. It's really, I just have this I've always felt this kind of connection with her. So Um,
Yeah.
thank you. I love it. So this is my passion, and really the big overarching theme for my show is that I want to inspire people to never give up on their purpose and their passion in life, because we all have our gifts, and that's really my main message in my show that I'm hoping to convey. And it seems that I've had a lot of, good feedback that people do get that. They want to, they get inspired, and that's what I want to do. So,
Well, I think that's a great message right now because I know personally I am friends with a lot of performers, and a lot of them have sort of lost their passion through the COVID crisis and also all
yes.
the political strife that's been going on.
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
don't know if you've experienced that at all.
I actually was getting ready to debut the show in like 2020. And of course,
Mm.
like a lot of people, then it was delayed. So yes, I've experienced that. And it made it even more empowering to me to pursue this and never give up on this dream. And yeah, when I debuted it at the Leisure Center in 2021, people were just starting to come out again, and they really were, I think it was something that, it's a good thing for people to be reminded that, it's never too late, and reminded of your gifts, and stay focused on that, because we all have our gifts. It's so important, because we also don't know, when we do these shows and we all, uh, we inspire each other, but we also don't know maybe what we're going to say or what song is going to cause somebody to pursue, more of their own show, or writing their own
Mhm.
thing. And I know I have a few friends that have done that through me doing this. They have been inspired to do their own shows. And so that makes me really happy. So
Yeah. And also just people who may have an interest in art of
yeah,
another form, or just
anything. Oh yeah.
camping.
No,
I don't know, whatever,
no, it's,
backpacking, anything that could
oh,
fulfill
and
their
what,
dreams.
oh my gosh, it's whatever. And I say this in the show, it doesn't matter. Maybe your own life doesn't directly involve music, but it can always have harmonies and melodies that set
Yeah.
your soul aglow and lift the hearts of others around you.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up with that music as well, and Karen Carpenter was such a huge influence. I mean, on me in my life, just her. Well, there's a couple things. I mean, just the tone of her voice, and then just and the lyrics of the
Yeah.
songs.
Yep.
Just so they just get to you, so deep.
Yeah. It's cathartic, and I want, people sing along. I mean, people have told me, they hear like Rainy Days and Mondays, and I have a story about that song, and then I'll sing it. And, everybody goes back, and you would too, you go back to thinking about your life at that time, or you have your own story, but it's kind of cathartic for people.
Now, do you know if she wrote those songs, or did she do it in collaboration with her brother, or how did
Um,
that work?
I do. A lot of songs were, Richard did write a lot of songs, but they
Mhm.
also have songs that were written by, a lot of different people as well. So
I see.
I don't think she wrote any, but I know that Richard did. But yeah, it's a lot of material. Like the "We've Only Just Begun" was a Crocker Bank commercial, and that song, and
I remember that. I
yeah,
didn't realize that was from the bank
yeah,
originally.
it was. And then it
Okay.
became this big hit. Obviously they took it, and it was like amazing. And that, people, that's just, people just get really emotional with that song. And me too, because it's just, it was every wedding in the, 70s or whatever. So many people had that. But it was a bank commercial, and so funny.
That is funny. Wow. Well, it just goes to show you that if you have that unique talent, you could probably sing the phone book and get people to break their hearts. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, again, it's
yeah.
just, I feel so blessed to be able to, have come this far in doing this, and I'm just excited to do more and more with it and bring it to bigger audiences.
I wish that Cabaret shows the talking part of Cabaret wasn't called banter. I hate that word.
No, I mean, I know it's kind of weird.
Well, it's what we kind of use in the biz, like, yeah, that
Yeah,
was my banter. But I don't think that the audience sees it as banter. It's part
no,
of what really makes Cabaret wonderful.
yes, because
Yeah,
it's unique, and so this is
yeah,
my unique story. It's my life story.
Yeah.
So it's more than banter. It's actually a story about me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
some different stories for each song. So I go
Yeah.
chronologically in my life, and I talk about the stages in my life through
Yeah.
the songs. So yeah, I
Lots
love
of
that.
ups and downs, I guess.
Oh yeah,
If it's
ups
Karen
and downs.
Carpenter.
But I have a really inspiring ending. It's a little kind of a little surprise, but it's a very inspiring ending, and just there's just like life, ups and downs, but we want to, like I say, stay focused on the positive parts. You don't want to get stuck in those. You're in the negative sometimes, but you want to always hopefully learn something, or refocus on the positive parts of lessons learned.
Yes. Yes. And you have some guest stars in your show,
I
right?
do. I have a great band. I have guest stars. I've got my friend Jordan Smith, and I have Deborah Del Maestro and Monica Slater, and they're phenomenal. They're wonderful. I just rehearsed with them this last weekend. And my musical director is Mr. Brett Strader. And he's wonderful and has been with me at the beginning of this project. And I love that we collaborate well together. He's a
Mhm.
very talented director and musician. So, and then I have a Michael Henning on drums and Aaron Germain on the bass. So,
Wonderful.
yeah,
Yeah, I know Deborah. I don't know the other people, but I do know Deborah.
yes, she's great.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. She.
I like to feature, part of my message in the show again is, never giving up and pursuing it, and featuring everyone has a gift, and featuring people. I do that in my show. So I want to be able to share the stage and feature everybody a little bit. So I like doing that.
Are there kids in the show too? Oh,
Yes.
is that the
It's,
surprise I wasn't supposed to?
that's okay. Well,
Well, it was in the press
it's
release,
in the
so I
press. No, it's
figured.
not a surprise. I have a really amazing kids ensemble. It's no, the ending is a little surprise, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I'm just so happy. It's been a vision for my show. I've had these kids because when the Carpenters did shows, sometimes they would have the kids choir
Yeah.
in there, and so I have these kids sing, and they're really they're a big highlight of the show, and I love having that. It's great. I have a couple kids that have kind of toured around with me, and this time I will be having featuring those girls along with some of the 42nd Street Moon um, kids ensemble as well. So
Oh, yeah, because they have a big school there.
yeah, so Gary Stanford is helping with that, and we'll be featuring some of them too. So
How come I
yeah.
don't know you? I mean, like, I've known Gary for like 30
No,
years,
I don't know
and
how I don't know you. Now I
Carly,
know
and
you. Yeah, I'm so glad to meet you. Yeah. I
so
don't know
weird.
how I haven't not known you, but yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Have you done this show before, or is this
Oh,
the premiere of it?
oh no, I have done the show. I debuted the show in 2021 at the Lesher Center for the Arts.
Okay.
I have done the show again at the Lesher. I've done the show in Lafayette at Town Hall Theater. I've done it at the El Campanile. And so yeah, I have yep, I've done the show about 3 or 4 times. So
Yeah.
looking
And
at
now it's going to be at 42nd Street Moon at
yes,
the what do they call it?
the Gateway, the
The
Gateway.
Gateway. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's changed, and I can't ever remember the new name. The
Yeah.
Gateway. Okay.
Yeah, the Gateway
Yeah.
Theater. So yeah, I'm
On
excited.
Jackson Street,
On Jackson Street. Yep.
near downtown.
Yep, near downtown. So I'm
San
excited to bring
Francisco.
it to San Francisco and have some new folks come see the show, and get my message out more and more.
Yeah. Now you sing with your husband sometimes?
I do. My husband is well, he lived 30 years in New York. He went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and he's a great actor and singer, and I love to sing with him, and we really enjoy that. So we do concerts and gigs and things all around the Bay Area as well.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Dan Roldan.
Dan. Well, that's a great name.
Yes,
Dan
it's a great
Roldan.
name, Dan. Yeah. He loves to tease about that. I know. Dan Roldan.
Wow.
He spent 30 years in New York City and did some on and off Broadway, and lots of acting and voiceovers and stuff. So yeah, we love to sing together. We do.
Do you ever get to sing with your daughters?
I love to sing. In fact, one of my daughters has been in the show. I have 3 daughters, Charlotte, Bridget, and Natalie. And one of my daughters is in New York right now. She is in Manhattan, and she just got her equity card. She's off doing shows and things. And my other daughter has a music degree, and she's a great, they're all, of course, unbiased, but they're amazing singers. They're very talented. And my third one's talented, triple threat too. And they're all just, yeah, we sing together. One of my daughters sings in the show occasionally. And I love that. It's great.
All right. I'll eventually, like the super talented people, I'll move to New York and leave San Francisco. And then they come back here and as guest artists.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, are you going to continue doing this for a while, or?
Oh yes, I'm actually looking forward, like I said, to bringing the show to a new audience, a little new demographic out there. I would like to bring the show to New York. That's where I have some friends there that I'm looking to present the show there at some point coming up, hopefully in the next year. So yeah, I'm looking at other venues and other areas to do the show and bring this great music and inspiring message to people.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great talking with you, Laurie. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person too. So
yeah, I will be there. Unless
Wonderful.
the only reason I'm hesitating is I'm going to Yellowstone, and I'm not sure if it's at the same time. So if I'm not in Yellowstone, I'll be there.
All right. Well, I definitely hope to see you there. It runs for 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. So what are the dates? Let's tell everyone the dates here.
It's August 17th, Saturday night, 7 p.m. and August 25th, 3 p.m. And the other thing that's really important for people to know too is that this is a benefit concert. It's not just, me bringing the show, but it's actually a benefit concert for 42nd Street Moon. Theater world has really, been hurting, since COVID also. And so we are wanting to bring, bring an audience to support 42nd Street Moon too. And
good.
So please, come and get a ticket and see the show and support 42nd Street Moon and come see my message and hear this great music and sing along. We love it.
They need that. They're a great, they're a gem here in the Bay Area, and they've fallen on some somewhat difficult times financially, I think, because of the virus. So the virus, COVID.
I know.
So that's great that you're doing that. I went to the Reef concert last night. That was that was fun.
Fun.
The benefit for Project
Yes,
Open Hand.
I read about that. Yes.
Yeah.
And that was, you had I saw Lawrence was posting some people, Lisa Roman and Debbie, You Light Up My Life.
Debbie Boone.
Debbie Boone, right. You Light Up My Life, Debbie. I was reading that. That's wonderful. So
both of them were great. Lisa's
yes.
Lisa's
I saw Lisa in Phantom.
Me too.
Yes, I saw
way
her
back in the old days.
Yeah, way back in the old days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had some friends in that show.
She was on this show last week.
Oh yeah, I think I knew that. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. I love it. Well, I am so grateful. I really appreciate you having me on, and I can't wait for you to see the show. I can't wait to meet you and just to talk to you more about it. And I'm really honored to be able to be at 42nd Street Moon and collaborate with them and do this and have a great time. So
great. So we have Saturday, August 17th, 7 p.m. and Sunday, August 25th at 3 p.m. at the Gateway Theater, which is at 215 Jackson at Battery in San Francisco.
Yes. Come out. And great.
Thanks, Laurie.
Thank you so much, Ray. Have a wonderful day, and I will look forward to seeing you soon.
You too.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, you too.